Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Of course, Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, who is the God of the Hebrew Israelites. Yahweh Shai being the true name of his only begotten Son. I also want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and peace and love to the Lord's hopeful elect. All right, man. Came across this video concerning the youth, man, and how stupid they are. All right, and it's a sign of the times, man. So I'm gonna let this video play, and then we'll get some precepts and we'll talk about it. But this definitely shows you the state, especially Babylon the Great, but the state of the future of this place, man, which it is none. All right, it'll be complete chaos if this future generation makes it that far, man, which is why we're saying as prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, hey, this place needs to be destroyed, especially in Babylon the Great, the so-called USA. But I'm gonna let these teachers speak about how stupid these children are nowadays, and we'll talk about it through the Spirit.
We are in a crisis mode in American schools.
It is a terrifying thought when you realize that Gen Z is the very last generation to have lived a normal childhood without iPads or without iPhones, because that's never going to happen ever again. And I think everyone knew that it was going to be bad to have a new generation of humans being raised on technology, but I don't think we understand how bad it's actually going to get. And the reason I say this is because there are more and more teachers coming out every single day to say that Gen Alpha is impossible to teach.
But I don't understand why they're not stressing to y'all how bad it is. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny, but these kids are... I'm going to just say this. I teach 7th grade. They are still performing on the 4th grade level. I don't care how you flip it, turn it, swing it, swindle it. They still performing on the 4th grade level.
Now, I can completely understand that there are going to be some children out there who have a harder time trying to learn, or who learn just a little bit slower than the rest of their peers. But when you have entire classrooms full of these kids, or better yet, multiple schools across the country filled with kids just like this, that's an issue. And these teachers are saying that these kids are stuck in the 4th grade, that they've been in the 4th grade since the 4th grade.
You the teacher. You supposed to be, again, she's been on the 4th grade level since the 4th grade. We in 7th grade now, so you let this child go 3 years and you never knew that your child was still in the 4th grade, ain't never left the... Hang it up, flat screen. And 4th graders being nice. I still have kids performing on grade K, 1, 2, and 3rd grade levels.
They're not retaining any of this education. It's just going in one ear and right out the other. And what makes this video even more disturbing is the fact that this teacher says that he can count the amount of students actually performing to their grade level on one hand.
I could probably count on one hand how many kids are actually performing on their grade level. So just imagine, you don't know that your child been on the 2nd grade level since the 2nd grade, and they now in the 7th or 8th grade? Are you joking right now? And these are future leaders, our future doctors, our future nurses, our future... Please.
But it gets worse as the bar just gets lower and lower, because there was another teacher who stitched that original video and said she also teaches 7th graders. But they're not performing on the level of a 4th grader. They're performing on the level of a 2nd grader.
Because I also teach 7th grade, and we have kids that have math grade level equivalents of 1st and 2nd grade, 3rd grade, many at 4th grade, very few at grade level, very few, if any, in some classes.
These two age groups should not be performing on the same level.
These kids can't read. They can't decode. They have no vocabulary, no background knowledge. I've never seen anything like it. My 5th graders with significant language-based learning disabilities could write better than non-disabled 7th graders can now. They can't write a sentence. They don't know what state they live in. They don't know what region of the country they're in. They have no background knowledge. Most of them don't know who the president is. And this was the case last year. They can't take notes. They can't even attend to a video. They can't even attend to a 3-minute video clip. I can play it. I can tell them what it's going to be about. I can summarize what the video did, and not a single one can tell me what the video is about.
Now, in this video, that will not be the first nor the last time that you guys will hear these teachers warning people of the fact that these kids can't read, they can't write, they don't have a vocabulary. I can't even say I'm shocked at the fact that these kids don't really have a great vocabulary when all of them are using terms like skibbity or gyat.
If Georgia's like, I have a bigger yacht than you, I'll be like,
What is a
be
yacht?
so free with it.
What? What on earth
I'm
is
sorry,
a yacht?
what?
A yacht?
A yacht! So, a yacht?
It stands for...
It stands for girl, your booty thick.
There it is, man. I'm gonna leave it right there through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashah. So much to dissect, man. So much to dissect. First and foremost, all right, these two children in here, and I think that's their mother, and for face value, they look like Edomites. All right, and you see what they're talking about, and you heard that last teacher say that, you know, she could show these children a video and they won't even be able to comprehend, but show them a video full of folly, all right, and watch them be able to regurgitate it just like they're doing now, man, talking about your booty thick. And these, you know, these look like Edomite kids, you know, for face value. Where you think they got that from? Well, they got that from the Israelites, the wicked Israelites, man, which shows you not only this entire place known as Babylon the Great and all the inhabitants are just idiots, but more so this man Esau Edom and his descendants, man, how stupid they've become. They've lost every sense of their own culture. Matter of fact, they're so lost and don't have a culture no more. And this is all in relation to prophecy, being that we're prophesying the downfall of this man's kingdom and his rulership, man, saying that this man is getting ready and his descendants are going into, you know, slavery. All right, because they're following us, man. They're talking hip hop, listening to hip hop. If you know, you know, most of these concerts and the people who consume rap music the most ain't black people, so-called black people. It's them. All right. And of course, it's not like they're following righteous men and women of our nation. They're following the idiots, the 2/3. So they're talking like them. They're you know, want to be gang bangers like them. They want to dance all the time, man. Signs of the times. But Babylon here as a whole, let's get to these precepts, man. So you see what I'm saying? Your booty thick. While these teachers are testifying that your child, all right, or your children are a bunch of idiots, man. So how could this place prosper, you know, any longer, man? All right, it'll just be a state of complete chaos here pretty soon if this next generation become adults, because the majority of them are raised, they're not intelligent at all. And guess what? That's gonna make it real easy when that mark of the beast comes into play, man, and they make that mark of the beast mandatory, and without it you're not going to be able to buy or sell. This whole new generation, whatever the hell they're called, they're telling you, and they're born into this generation, man. Hey, I'm an 80s baby. This wasn't going on when we was coming up. Matter of fact, we had a lot of educational programming when I was a child, man. Talking about Reading Rainbow, Magic School Bus, Bill Nye the Science Guy, stuff like that, man. All right, was there a bunch of foolishness on TV? Of course it was, man. But it was still a pretty decent balance of educational programming. That stuff is completely gone, man. All that they have now is this device, which is really the world in their hands. And guess what? The world is effed up, and all they're seeing on a daily basis and all they're retaining in their mind is a debauchery, man. All right, everything contrary to our law, statutes, and commandments, which is why this place has to be destroyed, man. So we'll get to these precepts. Let me see here. The prophet. Where is he at? There we go. Jeremiah 51, and we'll start at verse 7. All right, and here we go. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. And I want to focus right on this part where it says that Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. That's in relation to the Lord being in control of any and everything that happens upon this earth. And we can prove it in Deuteronomy. And then we'll come back. Deuteronomy 32 and verse 39. And we have to remember these things, man. And even as it relates to the children and who's doing this and why, man. See now that I, even I, am he, talking about Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai. There is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. And one way that the Lord is wounding this place. Now we're prophesying, the Lord is finna utterly destroy this place, man, here in Babylon the Great, because of the wickedness, man. All right. Starting with the nation of Israel that's over here 2/3, man. They're gonna get caught up in all this stuff and chaos, known as Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation, man. But the Lord is wounding this place different ways. Economically, all right, you should see that with the pestilences making, people sick. All right. But talking about the youth, man, this is a wound. The fact that your children, our children, their children, are stupid. They're not gonna have any type of mental fortitude to be able to make it and not take that mark of the beast, man. Especially these children, they're born with cell phones in their hands, man, almost. So you think they're not gonna take that mark of the beast, especially if their parents aren't built up through the spirit. And let's talk about the Israelites, our Israelites, that aren't serving Yahweh Shema Shai. They don't have the spiritual fortitude to withstand being alienated from society, man, because they're just as foolish as their children, man. You see, generation through generation, it gets worse and worse and worse. Guess what? Signs of the times, man. These people had the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to testify these things. The Lord said he was going to pour his spirit upon all flesh to do all manners to fulfill, his will. And one thing that he's doing is putting it on people to tell the truth. You see what's happening in the industry and how all this truth is coming out. Dwight Howard and that being revealed, P. Diddy, Cat Williams, and all this little, whatever he talking about. But these teachers are telling you the truth, man. They actually work with I have a daughter in the 7th grade. They actually work with our sons and daughters, man. And they see this, man, how stupid and, how much these kids can't comprehend basic, concepts of education, man. That means that this generation can't become adults and have an effective, decent society. It'll be just be chaos out here, and it'll just be a bunch of adults running around dancing and singing and playing and a whole bunch of crap, which is kind of what's happening now, man. Because these so-called adults, man, they coming in the same spirit. They're just as stupid. They got their cell phones in their hands 24/7. Now guess what? We have our cell phones in our hands a lot too, but the difference is we use this technology for good. All right. And that's in relation to what the Lord is saying, man, how he's wounding, all right, the majority of the people. And guess what? We're using this technology to be healed, while the Lord is making these people use the technology, all right, to be wounded. It's not helping them at all. They're getting more stupid. All right. They're using, all right, the technology to learn how to be whores, learn how to, be killed. Like, we didn't know the word op. If we wasn't in Chicago, that's something that we never said. And now we use that term in the military, op for opposing force. All right. But other than that, man, now you just hear everybody. I've heard old women talking about op this, op that. I got ops. You see how stupid, our people have become? They're being wounded, man. While again, the Lord's remnant, all right, that 1/3 of the nation of Israel, we're being healed through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And the Lord is telling you who can deliver out of my hand. And that goes for the left hand side and the right hand side and the left hand side. Who can stop this truth from reaching the ears of who it's supposed to reach? All praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai for us waking up, the ones who can receive it. And the hell with everybody else, man. They're gonna get destroyed, and rightfully so. Look at them, man. It's complete nonsense out here, man. All right. So we'll go back to Jeremiah. Jeremiah 51. All right. And starting at verse 7 again. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And this is definitely going into these coming wars, man. All right, and this wine is in relation to all the wicked philosophies. A huge philosophy of Babylon the Great is freaking greed, man. All right, the fact that everything that they do revolves around greed and money, from the healthcare system, the food industry, and how wicked they are, and why this place is the most obese on earth, because they just want to put out poison and processed food to make money. It's all about money. The amount and time and energy and effort it goes into sports and entertainment, billions of dollars from Hollywood and these stadiums and shit. All right, it's all in relation to greed, and other nations have drunken of that. We talk about this whole alphabet community. Every other nation on this earth ain't going for that, man. They wasn't brought up like that. Babylon then became even more wicked, all right, and trying to project that among the other nations. So it's making these other nations mad, man, and a whole plethora of other reasons why these nations are mad. And guess what? They're gonna go to war about it. This is all prophecy, man. All right, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. And of course, this place, you're seeing how this place is going to be destroyed. The prophets of Yahweh Shemal Shah are definitely prophesying this place is going to be utterly destroyed. It's going to be completely burnt to toast, all right, via the nuclear missiles that are going to be shot off during these wars that you hear rumors of. Okay, it goes on to say, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. All right, there's no way this place can be healed. Why? Because the Lord said he wound and he healed. He killed and maketh alive. So it's the will of Yahweh Shem Shai what's happening to this place. It's the Lord's will that the children are stupid and more susceptible to following, stupidity. And it's all definitely going to lead up to the majority of the inhabitants taking that mark of the beast, man. All right, when the pressure gets applied, again, they're not going to have no spiritual or mental fortitude to not take it. They have no idea. That generation is born into technology almost as if they were born with the mark of the beast inside of them already. All right, this is all they know is tap to pay. All right, it's no way they're going back, man. We're not going back. We're only pressing forward, man, with prophecy. It's no going back. This place is over with, and all these things are telltale signs that prophecy is true. Just open your eyes and open your ears for a second and look at what's happening. All right, all the destruction that's happening upon this place. What's the San Diego flooding, the migrant crisis, how this place is being invaded. If you know, you know, and if you got eyes to see, you're gonna be able to see this place is being invaded. All these migrant, man, make no mistake about it, man. This migrant crisis that they got going on, it's gonna get out of control, man. Which is gonna lead to chaos, man. Which is all prophecy that we're prophesying through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah. That's why the Lord taught us. So what if some didn't believe? We don't care. The truth is going to be the truth, and these things are going to manifest like we see it happening now, man. All right. But man, this generation, these kids, it's hopeless. It's hopeless. They're done. And guess what, man? Why would a child, like we talk about some of the issues in Babylon the Great, how the military is lacking right now. Well, guess what, man? In all honesty, you can't blame these kids, man. They're born into they're just kids. Why would you want to join the military or go to school for a certain amount of years? Well, they're not able to go to school. They can't even, comprehend now. What make you think they're going to be able to be doctors and lawyers and all that? Them kids don't want to be doctors and lawyers. You know what they want to be? Entertainers, all right? And social media influencers, content creators. Why would, if I was a child, and I'm looking, I take Casanet. If you know, you know. My daughter watches that guy. I don't, but I see my daughter, watching him, he's a content creator or whatever, influencer. If you're a child and you see people your age on this doggone screen getting rich by simply dancing and talking and effing around, doing pranks and whatever have you, all manners of foolishness, why would you have the mind, all right, to want to be a doctor or a lawyer or working in the government and things like that. It's no way, man. So you really can't blame them if their goal is to make money. And of course, that's what they project here in Babylon the Great, going back to that greed. All right. And that wine, man, of greed and just worshiping money. Okay. It's no way they want to go to school for freaking 8 years plus, man, get a master's degree and all that crap, man, and get in college debt and all that stuff when they could just simply use what they have in their freaking hands right now, which is these cell phones and these iPads and devices and computer screens, even gaming, man. You know, they can be professional gamers nowadays, man, and play video games all freaking day and get paid. They got leagues, man. They got leagues of gamers, man, and they get paid. You know, if you're good enough, why would you want to do anything else but that? So signs of the times, it's not going back, man. All right, which is why this place has to be destroyed, man. There's no hope. It's hopeless, man. This place couldn't continue. It'll just be a bunch of weirdos around here not knowing who they are at all right, killing each other, stealing from each other, committing adultery, just like the days of Noah, just like the Lord say, as in the days of Noah, people would be doing these things, and that's exactly what's happening, man. All right, and that's why we're prophesying, hey, this place, we need a change, man, and that's what we're hearkening and hastening from Yahweh Hashem and Hawashai, man. Change. This place needs change, righteous change. And who's going to bring that righteous change? Of course, Yahweh is going to send his son, Malak Yahawashi. Malak means king in the Hebrew, all right, to reestablish some order in this guy. Why would you want to live here on the earth like this, man? Where your kids are completely stupid and they're susceptible to all manners of wickedness and sin, which is, guess what? It's going to lead to death. Isn't that the wages of sin, death? We don't want to die. The Lord's a hopeful elect. We don't want to die. We want to live. We're aware of the harsh realities of death, but the reason why we fear the Lord and we try to serve him is because ultimately we want to live. We don't want to die all day long, man. All right. And if you're just in a state of sin, that's exactly what's going to happen. And it's all fun and games, man, until it go down. And we just prophesying same things before it happened. It's going to go down. Jacob's trouble is right around the corner. The great tribulation is right around the corner, which means that the Lord's second coming is right around the corner, man. The Lord said he was going to come as a thief in the night. And luckily for us, blessed are we that we're able to see and hear these things, man. We understand it's not just talking about the Lord's literal second coming when every eye shall see him and bow. It also goes into the events preceding his second coming. All these people talking about, oh yeah, they believe in the Lord, they believe in his son, but they can't discern the times, man. All these examples of the fall of a kingdom is right in front of our face, and our people still can't get it, still don't want to come back to the Lord's law, statutes, commandments. As a matter of fact, they're getting worse by mocking and talking crap about the men of the Lord, you know, upset and through the Spirit you can just see that they're not like us, man. And they're truly, I just can receive, man, that they're like spiritually, all right, not carnally, but deep down in their spirit, they're all jealous. Lord willing, we be the chosen ones, Lord willing. All right. We're not trying to put ourselves, you know, in a place we ought not, but through faith, we're speaking these things, man. Lord willing, you know, we are chosen. And if that be so, then these other spirits of our nation, as well as the other nations, they're jealous because they weren't chosen. And it's something in their spirit, something in our spirit to know that we're different. So because of that, it's going to manifest in their flesh. And that is why they do the things that they do. That's why the women who know that they're Israelites want to continue to try to teach, want to continue to try to call, you know, the true men of the Lord out upon things that they have no idea what they're talking about. You see, they're jealous. All right. Because they know, you know, deep down that they ain't as strong through the spirit as they trying to portray. All right. But concerning these kids, man, going back to these children, man, Proverbs 22 and verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. And you can see that. Let's just take where we're at. We speak about Babylon the Great because a lot of us live here, that we actually live in the big bad USA, man. All right. So this is our AO, our area operation, man. All right. Look at the generations, man. And I was speaking like, I'm an 80s baby. It was, the world has totally changed from the time, I came out, being a kid in the 90s, a teenager in the 2000s. And now, oh man, the world is completely different. But if you take the generation and look at them as a whole, you should see the decline in every aspect. All right. They're just getting worse and worse as the years progress. The whatever, however they Y, Z, I don't know how it works, man. All right. But they're getting further and further away from decency. We have a high standard by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. But for right now, I don't even want to talk about keeping the law, statutes, and commandments concerning these other nations. Just straight up human decency. All right, you can see the decline. Look at all the Burger King, McDonald's fights, the airport fights. Our women and men out here just fighting everywhere, flying off the handle, road rage. Can't nobody. It's like everybody's just getting stupider by the day, more and more stupid by the day, more and more unruly. And these are all characteristics, man, that our brothers, have wrote in this Bible through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, that said was going to happen and be taking place on the earth preceding the Lord's second coming, man. This type of behavior, this debauchery, ungodliness, all right, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. We see that now more than ever. Go back to the booty thick comment that these two girls made.
Girl, your
It's like basic, yeah. So a yacht, it stands for girl your booty thick.
Girl, your booty thick. And it's all funny. And you see what I'm talking about? It's over with, bro. It's over. Wow. And they were very passionate about the fact that their mother, I guess that's their mom, didn't know. They was like, what? Like she's supposed to know that. That's the mindset of these children nowadays, man. All they know is slang and internet language. And why the teachers are testifying, they don't know how to read and write too good. They don't, they English, math, it's over with. But they do know how to do TikTok challenges. They do know how to do TikTok trends and TikTok dances. They do know your booty thick. Oh my God. But yeah, man, I just wanted to, the spirit was on me, man. It don't need to make this video longer than it need be, man. You see what's going on, man. For the ones that they can receive it, come back to the Lord, man. Keep his law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Put forth a decent effort, and there's a great reward for coming up out of this mess, man, out of this madness. We don't want, if not, you're going to get caught up in the judgment. And it's all fun and game. It's all booty thick now until that famine hit, all right, until the chaos happens, man, all right. So just keep your eyes open, man, and ears open, and just enjoy the show, man. Enjoy serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai if you're doing that through the Spirit. If not, I pray, for the Lord's, true children, to receive the words of the prophets and come back to him, so we can go ahead and get on with the show and get on back home, man. All right. So with that, again, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Till next time, Shalom.